I gotta get all my stuff ready. So, I saw this video yesterday. Honestly, it made me rethink that I might need to buy the primer because, you know, I use the finishing spray. This is the primer. The primer's 32. The finishing spray is 28. Honestly, hey Mom. I would use the finishing spray because it smells good and it has anti-aging properties, but honestly, like, I didn't buy the primer because I don't actually believe that it works. But I saw this video yesterday and I decided I'm gonna try the test that this other woman did with the primer and the finishing spray. Because honestly, when she did it, it was awesome. But then there's the skeptical in me that's like, well, she's a part of Limelight, maybe she's just, not that she's faking it, but you know, maybe she's making it seem like it works better than it really does. So I'm actually going to test it today, and I'm going to do it myself. So the first thing I'm going to do is take the primer, which is $32, and I honestly, like, I haven't, wanted to spend $32 on something that I wasn't really sure that I needed. So I didn't, and so I gotta let it dry. It says it's a vitamin-based primer. It has like B vitamins in it, so it's really good for your skin. And it creates a smooth, lightweight canvas for flawless makeup application and helps reduce the appearance of large pores and redness while preventing makeup from settling into fine lines. But it's paraben-free, it's silicone-free. So I'm gonna let that dry like really good. And while it's drying, I'm gonna try an ombre lip, just as an added bonus. So the primer is drying. Let's see here. So the first thing you do for an ombre lip is line your lips. So I'm trying it with macaroon today. Now this applicator is perfect for lining because it has that little slant. So Casey showed me this morning on a live, and I'm just gonna try it. It might not turn out, y'all, because I've never done it before. So you line, and I chose the macaroon because I know I really like this color. And also it's a little on the dark side. So after you line, and this primer is still dry, I mean, I can feel it's a little damp still on this cheek. So I'm just letting it dry completely. So then you do the corners. I'm not really sure I can pull off an ombre lip, but I'm gonna try it. Okay, so there's the macaroon. Mom, you watched Casey's video? Yeah, hers was with the salted caramel, which is kind of like a good fall color. Then what I wanted to do is go in with Prim and Proper. And then our Not Telling, which is like a neutral. It's kind of fun. I'm gonna do a little more Not Telling in the middle. Make it really bright. Cool. So see how it kind of fades from like the macaroon to the Prim and Proper to the Not Telling? Ombre, y'all. It's like, it's pretty easy actually. I might do a little more Prim and Proper. I'm making sure the primer really, really, really dries. So, I like it. Oops, sorry, you can't see me. I'm just adding a little more prim and proper. So Emmett's already sleeping because seriously, he was so fussy this morning. I think his teeth are about to cut. They're so close. So let me put my glasses on and see. Now, that's pretty cool. I hope you can see it. I like it. Gotta get the little thing right there, whatever it's called. Alright, so now, what I'm gonna do. Now, I'm gonna look crazy, okay, because I need to use a foundation that's darker than my skin. That way you can actually see the effects of the primer and the finishing spray. I feel like I'm missing something. I probably need more macaroon. So, hey Britt, like my ombre lips? Alright, so the primer is dry. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use like a Shinto. Let me see if the Shinto 2 will show up on my skin. Yeah, I'm going to use Shinto 2. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply it to both sides, both cheeks, okay? So, first of all, just look at that coverage. I mean, this is not my foundation. It doesn't match my skin. I'm doing that on purpose. But, this is the side that has the primer on it. And I'm going to do it on this side that doesn't. Maybe turn up my light. And I'm copying this video from Haley Bostick. She's in my upline. I saw her do it yesterday, and honestly, like, I'm such a skeptic. I just don't believe it to be true. But, you know, if it works, I'll be buying the primer. I already have the finishing spray. So, I have this weird color on my cheeks now of this foundation. So, now that I did that, and this is, I know it looks crazy, but this is Shinto 2. It is not my match. I did the primer on this side. Let's see if I think it went on smoother. Oh my gosh. Like seriously, you probably can't see it in this, but in my mirror right here, I can see way more pores on this cheek than I can on this cheek. Like it's actually smoother. That's interesting. Like I said, I haven't bought the primer because I didn't want to spend $32 on something that I didn't need. Might need it. Alright, so I did primer and then Shinto 2 foundation, so it doesn't match my skin on purpose. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do our finishing spray, which also, like the primer has the B vitamins in it, the finishing spray has anti-aging stuff in it too. I'm going to spray that and let it dry. Let it dry really good. Thanks. I put this Irma on over my bra that I've been walking around the house wearing all day because the baby spit up on my shirt. His reflux is really bad right now because his teeth are about to come in, and so I just took my shirt off and I'm trying to pack, so I just want to walk around in a bra. But I was like, no, for my live I'm going to put on my cutest shirt, and this is my cutest shirt. Alright, add a little more macaroon to this ombre lip. Now you don't want to move your lips back and forth because it'll mess up where the colors are. I'm liking the ombre though. It's different. It's fun. All right, so now, well, he had reflux when he was really little, and I had him on the reflux meds for a while. And then he kind of grew out of it, but then somebody told me the other day that when their child was teething, they started spitting up more, so I'm pretty sure that's what it is. And ooh, it smelled so sour. So sour. Alright, so I'm just going to make sure that finishing spray is dry. So remember, this side, all I did was foundation. This side, I did primer, foundation, finishing spray. And now, I'm going to do my finishing powder, which is another thing. I always did my finishing powder and then my finishing spray. The way that Haley did it in my upline, she did the pressed powder after the finishing spray and then put on a little bit more finishing spray. Now, if I never need to go somewhere where I need my makeup to stay, like, and not be worried about it all day long, if this works, man, So press powder on both sides, because the pressed powder is supposed to, it's the translucent powder, it's supposed to set the foundation. Because the foundation is wax-based, you can smudge it around your skin and it's really malleable, but once you use the powder, it's supposed to be done. So now I'm just gonna spray it one more time with the finishing spray. And again, the primer's 32, the finishing spray is 28. I bought the finishing spray because it has anti-aging properties, and I'm about to be 30, so, you know, I'm trying to make sure I don't get all the fine lines of aging. All right, now I gotta let this dry really good. But you know, I didn't buy the primer because I didn't think I would use it. Who all's here? Y'all gotta talk to me when you're here. Oh, Mike. Hey, Mike. And Laura, my buddy. Oh, Mike's gone. Sometimes I don't know if this thing is accurate if it tells me who's actually looking. Laura, how did Rafi do today at school? She's been having some trouble dropping him off because he's been crying, and I told her totally normal. Totally normal. As a pre-K teacher and as a kindergarten teacher, like seriously, there's some parents, their kids cry and they stay, and I'm like, I've got their arm, just go. Like, because honestly, like, they cry to make you stay. That's the reason they're crying. If you know that you're leaving them in a safe environment, you don't have to worry about them. They'll be okay. And they'll learn that you're gonna come back. All right, so I'm gonna let this dry like really good because I wanna make sure I'm doing an accurate test. In the meantime, what's this that I have? That's Skin Therapist. I can't put on moisturizer right now. I'm really liking this ombre lip. What do you guys think? You think I could wear this out of the house and it would look nice, or you think people would stare at me like I was crazy? They'd obviously stare at me like I was crazy with this Shinto 2 on my face because I use olive 1. But the ombre lip, I'll have to take a picture when I'm done and post it so you can see it better. So I think one of the things I'm going to miss the most about this house is my turquoise wall. I'm going to have to, in my next house, paint another wall turquoise because this is my favorite. It's called Poseidon by Sherwin-Williams. All right, so puppy dog pals. You just wait, Melissa, when Samuel's old enough, you'll know all the theme songs to all the shows. Hey Jack, are you playing with Play-Doh? Okay. All right, so I'm gonna try it now. And I told you I'm not a believer in this, but we'll see what happens. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take my finger and I'm gonna smudge. I really want to make sure this is dry because I want to give it the best chance. I really don't believe that it's gonna make any difference. That's just me. So let's see. Yeah, like that's just totally smudging, like all over. You can see it smudge. See down here? It's just smudging everywhere. All right, so that definitely is not. So that tells me, like, when I use my foundation and I just use my finishing powder, it's not really, I mean, it's setting my makeup better than if I just left the foundation alone, but my makeup is totally still able to be malleable and move around my face. All right, here's the test, guys. Now, I will say, though, definitely this side looks smoother. So I'm impressed by that. It is still moving around, but it's different than moving around on this side. Interesting. It still feels wet to me. Maybe I didn't let it dry all the way. Because this side is like smudging around like a lot. Hey Casey, maybe I didn't let it dry enough because it definitely, like, it's staying more and the way that it's coming off is different. But yeah, so like there's definitely a layer of it that's not coming off. Where on this side, it's just smudging all around. This side, I tried ombre lips, Casey. It's macaroon and then prim and proper and not telling. It's pretty good, I think, for my first try. It's kind of fun. So I definitely think that the primer and the finishing spray helps, but I don't think I let it dry long enough. Well, I let the primer dry for sure. I did the ombre lip while I was letting the primer dry, but I don't think that I let the other stuff dry enough. Let me put some more on. Yeah, like, okay, so when this makeup is coming off, like it's flaking off, like I'm rubbing it off my skin. I don't think I let it dry. Whoops. All right, we'll try. I'm gonna give it another chance. But definitely, I can tell from the primer, Casey, that it definitely fills in pores and makes the makeup look smoother, for sure. I think that the finishing spray, I didn't let it dry. Ooh, got that in my eye. Probably I'm using too much finishing spray too, but I'm not used to doing it just on one small part of my face. And it smells so good. But I definitely, honestly, like, I think I'm gonna buy the primer now. I appreciate you letting me borrow it because, like this side, like I could just smudge it off, my makeup's gonna be gone. But on this side, like it has way more staying power, and I think that if I let it dry properly without touching it, because I mean, let's be honest, during the day, I'm not gonna take my finger and smudge it across my face. I really think that I'm gonna get the primer and use it when I need my makeup to last all day. I wish I had a fan. I need to get a fan out here next time. I love these lips. Yeah, and for Georgia and the summer heat, and you know, it's good because since the foundation is wax-based, if you sweat, it doesn't run. If you sweat, your sweat kind of beads up and you can dab it and you won't have any makeup on the paper towel. Like if you use a liquid foundation that's not wax-based or a different kind of a foundation, if you sweat, it'll just like run down your face. Thanks, hey Tiffany. So what I did is I did an ombre, and so I used this, which is the Macaroon Enduring Lip Color, on to line my lips and do the corners. And then, girl, you can press those buttons as many times as you want. And then I did our Prim and Proper lipstick, kind of in the middle part. And then in the very center of my lips, I used Not Telling. And so it's a little ombre action. It kind of fades. And you just want to push your lips together. You don't want to go like back and forth like this because it'll make the colors bleed. But it was super easy. Like if you have 3 colors that are like all pink and you love them all and they're different shades, if you line them up and do dark, medium, light, then you get an ombre. It's fun. I have to go pick up Ross's dry cleaning. Maybe I'll leave it and see if anybody notices. All right, I really want to let this dry because honestly, I feel like it really did help. I really feel like it helped. Maybe if I put some more powder over the top, that'll help too, to help the powder, or to help the finishing spray dry. What order do you do it in, Casey? Because when I watched Haley do this, she did primer, let it dry really, really well, and then she did foundation. Then she did powder, no. Then she did finishing spray, powder, finishing spray. I did the same thing, but now I just added some more powder over the top because I feel like it'll help it dry. Also, like I'm noticing right now, this is like a really matte, like natural skin looking finish, even though it's obviously not my correct color. But primer, foundation, concealer, finishing spray, then powder. Okay. So I think that when you put the powder on top of the finishing spray, it does help it dry. Because obviously, when the more layers you do, the more drying time it's going to need. Because, I mean, think about if you fold up a towel, it's gonna, the outsides are going to dry, but the inside is going to stay wet. Whereas if you spread the towel out thin, the whole towel will dry at the same time. Layers. That was a good analogy. Yeah. So the best order seems to be, as I let this really dry because I really want to give it a chance, primer, which is $32. And honestly, I'm gonna go order this right now because if anything, I could use it on my forehead and I feel like it'll make my pores so much smoother. So this is $32. First you do primer. Then you use foundation. Now, if you need a foundation match, I have all these pretty colors to help. And I can send you a sample of the foundation if you would like to see if it matches your skin. I just sent out 3 different sets of samples on Monday. So then you put on the foundation. Then if you use concealer, you could put on concealer. And we have this awesome, I know I'm being super salesy right now, sorry. I'm just trying to show you because I love this stuff. It's so cool. My foundation and concealer palette. So you get to pick 1 foundation and 2 concealers. That would come next. So in my routine, that's what I would do. I would do primer. Then I would grab my foundation concealer palette and do my foundation and concealer. Then, after that, I would use my translucent pressed powder, which looks white, but it's not. And then I would use the finishing spray. Then some more powder, if anything, to help the finishing spray dry. Now, this side I did the foundation on, like literally I can just rub it all around. It goes everywhere. It's about to be off because I've rubbed it so much. Like you can barely tell it's there. I can just rub it off like with my fingers. It's pretty much gone. Like look at, after rubbing this a few times, the makeup is all, it's gone. It's pretty much gone. So that's all I've been using too. I've only been using the foundation. The primer is a spray. So this side before I didn't do anything except foundation and powder and it just rubs away. But with the primer, it's like a spray. It's the same kind of a thing, Tiffany. You just spray like that. And really like my pores on this side of my face, this is much smoother application. And I didn't believe that I needed this primer, but I'm gonna buy some right after this because now I'm a believer. I'm so glad I borrowed it, Casey. Because now, like, I even rubbed all that and it's gone. And all I've been using was foundation and powder. No wonder. Like, I mean, my makeup lasts throughout the day. But, like, if I was doing something or I was outside or I was sweating, like, I would need something more. Because that's, like, it's gone. It's pretty much gone. And all I did was rub it with my fingers. All right. Yeah, Mom, I know. You ordered both. Do you think it helps diminish your pores? I know you said your big pores was something you were self-conscious about. All right, you think this is dry? Because like obviously after I do my makeup, I'm not going to be touching my face. I try not to touch my face during the day. But if there, I just didn't let it dry before. It's really not moving. Like, hold up. It's not. Guys, like serious, it's not moving. Let me try again. Like on that side, when I smudge, I would have a line of Shinto 2 all the way down my chin. I don't know if you can see it. Like, look at the middle. It's not even budging. It's not coming off. I didn't let it dry before. You really just have to let it dry. I'm like, see, I didn't believe it. I thought that she was just, honestly, like, I don't want to say she's faking it because she's on my upline and I love her and she loves the products and she's doing a great job. But like, I wanted to see for myself if I thought it worked. And oh my gosh. Like, there's no Shinto 2 right here. It's not going anywhere. And I'm like pushing. Like my nose is turning red. I probably need to stop, but I'm kind of fascinated now. Look at that. It's not going anywhere. Oh my gosh. Look at it. It's not moving. Guys. It's not moving anywhere. Oh my goodness. I'm just like, I'm astonished. So I'm going to go and buy some primer. And if they have any of those Limelight hats left, honestly, I'm probably going to get one of those Limelight trucker hats. because I think that could be pretty cute. I know, Tiffany, I never do it at the right time. The baby went down early for a nap, and I put some Mickey Roadster racers on the TV for Jack. So, if anybody has questions or they want to see, you know, about the products I use, let me know. I'll post some stuff in the comments of this video. I'm seriously surprised. So the key is, you're just having breakfast. Well, you're in a different time zone, right? You're in Texas? All right, so let's see. On this side, there's a little bit of makeup still left, okay? Just a little bit. Just a little. Now let's look on this side here. How much is left? And it's easy to remove with a makeup wipe, but look at all that. It's a huge difference. Wow. So, I learned 2 things today. I learned, 1, the primer seriously is legit. 2, you gotta let stuff dry before you touch it. Same thing with like the Enduring Lip Color. I used to put it on and think it was fine and then go eat or drink or whatever, and then it would come off really quickly. But if you put the Enduring Lip Color on and then you let it sit and you leave it alone, it will last pretty much all day, unless you're eating something where you're wiping your mouth with a napkin. And some of it might come off when you eat or drink, but it's not going to come off of your lips. Like, the color will still be there. I am astonished. One Drop Wonder with foundation. I've heard... Casey, what do you think about One Drop Wonder with foundation? I've heard to use One Drop Wonder with any skincare product, and it will boost the benefits of that skincare. So like when I use my One Drop Wonder, I use it with my skin therapist, and actually now that I just cleaned my face, yeah, I would apply before you put your foundation on, as part of your moisturizing routine, because the One Drop Wonder is a booster. And so if I'm going to use my skin therapist, I'm going to use about 3 pumps. I usually use 2, but today I feel like moisturizing. And then I would maybe do 1 drop of the One Drop Wonder, maybe 2, because again, I feel like moisturizing. And then you rub it in your hands to mix it up. And now if you just use the oil by itself, you would want to, you would definitely want to just pat, pat, pat. But because I have the skin therapist in here too, and it's a moisturizer, I'm gonna rub it. Okay. Yeah, definitely make sure you moisturize. Definitely make sure you moisturize. And I can ask some people like on our skincare group what they recommend. But yeah, Must Do, I've heard that people would mix Must Do with the concealer and use that as foundation, because for a while all of our foundations were out of stock. So people were using the Must Do and the concealer instead. Yeah, Must Do is a face oil. Did you get Must Do? I know you got the One Drop Wonder, the Calm Balm. I can send you a sample of the Must Do if you want, Melissa. It's actually one of my favorites because it smells so good. It smells like essential oils. It's amazing. I'll send you some. Let me go through my Facebook messages and see if I still have your address. I bet I do. I'll send you Must Do. Anything else? Message me if there's anything else you want me to send when I send it to you. I could send you some more lip colors. That'd be fun. All right, so that was super fun, and now my face is moisturized and clean. I have my nice ombre lip. Honestly, today, I think as far as makeup, all I'm going to do is just some mascara. Tiffany, yes, you need... I have Sugar Plum now, Tiffany. I have that deep plum, that purple. So pretty. I'm just going to do a little bit of mascara. Because because the baby, he's literally like, he screamed for an hour. Like, I had to bounce him and convince him to go to sleep. He's in so much, I'm assuming he's in so much pain. I'm guessing that's why, but you know, he can't tell me, which is sad. So he's napping, and then I'm gonna make Jack some lunch and put him down for a nap. And you know, of course, because it's the mom life, about the time Jack goes down for a nap, Emmett will wake up. So my skin is glowing and moisturized. I used last night because honestly, like the Bamboo Renew, I kind of forgot about it. And then Alicia posted and I was like, oh my gosh, her skin looks so good. And so I put a little bit of the Bamboo Renew in my Dream Clean, my face wash that I use. My skin seriously is glowing today. It's glowing. All right. Ugh, maybe it's just a day for everybody to whine about everything. Wouldn't that be great? All right, so I have my Skin Therapist and One Drop Wonder with some mascara and a Limelight Ombre Lift. I'll post a picture for you guys, okay? This was a longer video than I planned, but like, I'm so excited. I need to go post the products I use, and then I'm gonna go order my primer. Thanks, Casey. I will not drop the primer off right now. I might drop it off later because I don't want it to sit out in the sun. But I will put it somewhere where I will see it and remember to bring it back to you, okay? Or you could come over because I haven't seen you in a while. When you get home from work, you can have a glass of wine with me. All right, guys. See you later. Mama.